Okay, now we're going to be looking at time zones and why we use them with calculating wages and income. Students will learn what a time zone is and why we have them. You'll also learn how to calculate time when crossing time zones. And that's especially important if you have a job that is if you have to travel for the place of business, or if you're, let's say, driving a truck. Because the Earth is round, the sun is not in the same position at all times for all locations. If it is daylight on one side of the Earth, it is nighttime on the other side. Because of this, it's not always the same time everywhere. So the Earth is divided up into zones called time zones. These zones give an official location for time changes. Time zones are marked off in 1 hour increments, similar to a clock. There are 24 time zones in the world. Why is that? These lines here show the location of the time zones, and you'll notice that they're not exactly the straightest of lines either. If it is 8 a.m. Monday on the west coast of the United States, it is 3 a.m. Tuesday morning in the middle of Australia. You can change days by simply moving past one step across the international date line. Because the sun moves from east to west, time zones count down as you travel to the left. If it is 8 a.m. in Vermont, what time is it in California? Because it is a three time zone difference, it should be 5 a.m. in California. If it is 4 p.m. in Washington, what time is it in Maine? Again, we're moving across time zones, but we're going from left to right, so we need to add 3 hours to our time to get 7 p.m. If it is 2 p.m. in North Dakota, what time is it in Mississippi? Since they are in the same time zone, it is still 2 p.m. If I leave my home at 8 a.m. in Vermont and it takes 7 hours to fly to California, what time will it be when I get there? So we're first going to deal with the time travel part and add 7 hours onto 8. So that would put us there 3 p.m. Vermont time. But remember, because we're going from right to left across the time zones, we have to subtract 3 hours. So that would put it at 12 p.m. California time. If I leave Washington at 8 a.m. and travel 5 hours to fly to Florida, what time will it be in Florida when I get there? Again, we're going to add 5 hours for the travel time. So that would put it at 1 p.m. Washington time. And then I have to add another 3 hours because I'm going from left to right on the map. So that would put us there at 4 p.m. Florida time. Our review questions. What direction does the sun travel? How much time changes with each time zone cross? If it is 10 a.m. in California, what time is it in Florida?